Thank you. Cool. Great. Thank you. At the time, I was always dreaming of being an artist, but at the time somebody saw me singing in a club. I was writing for other artists, and he saw me playing piano in a club in London, and said, come and see me, come into Universal, and I went in to see him, and it started from there. And I've been working with a producer called Mike Peden, who I'd written some stuff for other artists with, and I said, I'd really like us to work together on an album. I have good support, I think I could do the kind of album I really want to do, and I had 2 songs for an album, and that's it. So it was very much a blank canvas, and so I went down to a studio for 6 months, and we wrote and recorded Breathe In, and all the songs were acoustic. We must have recorded about 29 songs live acoustically, and I was just playing piano and voice. We wanted to see if the songs would stand up on their own without production, and that went from there. We got a band in, we played all the songs, and the production and the album just naturally took its course, and that's how Breathe In came about. Working with Mike Peden was great because we're old friends, and I knew that he understood me as a person and understood what kind of music I wanted to do and what I'm best doing, and we just had so much fun. We're so close that it was like a very personal experience working on the album. I had people like Judy Zook and Graham Kearns and Pete Godino, who I've known for years and years, and so it just really felt like a family of people working on something so important to us and so personal, and I'll never forget it because you only get that first time once, and it was very exciting. Music-wise, when I was very young, growing up, I was very much influenced by the Beatles and Stevie Wonder and Aretha Franklin and I think Karen Carpenter, beautiful voice and the beautiful songs of the Carpenters, very much the songwriting of Carole King. And then as I grew up, I listened to a lot of bands that were up and coming, like Lenny Kravitz and Prince and Guns N' Roses and Metallica, and so many different kinds of music, and I learned to be diverse. I learned to taste in all different kinds of music, and what the kind of album you'd make is not dictated by what you listen to. I listen to so many different styles, and I get inspired by a lot of that stuff, and my songwriting came from admiring those people like Carole King and people that wrote Stevie Wonder all their songs, so they were my idols. So I'm listening to the Scissor Sisters and Maroon 5 and I like Tori Amos and new stuff, and Sheryl Crow, and so lots of different stuff, Rufus Wainwright, and lots of great albums coming out at the moment, and lots of cool new bands, so I'm really into all of those people too. Sometimes, but usually when you're playing music, you're inspired by the sound of the music or the chords and if it sounds sad or it sounds happy. When we were writing stuff like Breathe In, you know that it's going to be a happy song. We wanted it to be about life and appreciating what's around you. And then when I wrote No Defense, which is a ballad on my album, it was a sad time and it was very somber and melancholy, and it strikes a mood. But sometimes you write lyrics first and then the music comes later. So it depends. I haven't got a set formula for how I write. It's different every time. They influence you a lot. Things that are going on in the world where you see people losing their homes, losing their lives, war going on, like you said, famine going on, people struggling. It does inspire you because it makes you look at life in a different way. And it's very easy to keep yourself in a box and not look at what's going on outside your little universe. And it's good to be aware of these things. And certainly it gives you a lot to think about, a lot to talk about. Because it's very sad, and like I said, it gives you a bit of perspective on what's important. Yes. No. Sorry. Yes. No. No. There's no collaborations as yet, but I'd love to do a collaboration in future. For my first album, I just wanted it to be about the songs, and me as a new artist with my band, and. So I hope that I can duet with someone or do work with someone I'd really admire at some point. Writing songs for other artists is very different than writing for myself, because, for myself it's a lot more personal. I'm writing about either people close to me's experiences or my own experiences. The way you feel when you're up on stage, when I'm singing my own songs, there's nothing that can compare to that feeling. Oh, turn that off. There's nothing that can compare to that feeling. When I'm writing for other people, it's kind of like a thing I'm doing for fun. Although when somebody I love their voice sings my song, it's an incredible feeling too. And that was a great opportunity to have that. But definitely singing my own songs on stage, that's where my passion is. Yes, absolutely. I'm writing a lot of new songs at the moment, but we're on the road, we're touring around Europe, and we're doing these showcases and promotion and all these new things happening to me. And so, we've even sat there in, an airport, and, Richard's playing the guitar and I'm writing lyrics, and we have new songs. And definitely I want to think about a second album at the moment. Who knows if, by the time I record the second album, I might write totally new songs, but it's good to keep that fresh and keep it going. Yeah, we just wrote a song. Actually, we wrote a song recently called Sliding Down, which is going to be the B-side to my new single in the UK, which is called The Game Is Won. So, and that was great. We wrote a song, and then it could be useful for us. So it's great to have that time, because I don't get any time at home now. So. Metallica's Nothing Else Matters is one of my favourite songs. It's one of the things that really got my attention to Metallica, and I saw them perform at the S&M tour. They performed it with the orchestra, and Michael Kamen was conducting, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. And his voice, and it's such a scary thing to do, because it's such an incredible song, their original version is a sacred thing, and but I wanted to do it. I thought, what the hell, I'm going to try this song. I want to hear it with a female voice. It takes it into a sort of different genre of music, and it fits in with the style of music that I'm doing and the way I'm playing it, and it's a totally different version, so I hope that people will like it. So, okay, I want to say thank you for having me in Milan, and in Italy generally. I can't wait to come back here and tour, and I really hope you get to listen to my debut album, Breathe In, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.